And I'm proud to have led the effort to fight for a Medicare for all single-payer program. It means understanding that when we talk about minority communities, when we raise that federal minimum wage to a living wage of $15 an hour, you're going to do away with a lot of economic stress in this country. So those are some of the things that I think we've got to do.
Let me just follow up, Senator. The core of the question is about, as president, what would you do with the rise of white supremacist violence to protect our communities?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I mean, again, it wasn't really the closest answer to the question. Obviously, I think we can all see that the rise of violence in white supremacist community. So yeah, I mean, I think it's really clear that we would see. And I don't want to play the rest of this clip because there's a little bit more. But I think really the answer to that is and I don't know what he will be responding to, but I think the answer you're going to go with is that you just say, you know what, it is a national security threat. We need to, this current administration has deprioritized this threat. Where I'm different is I'm going to say, okay, look, I'm going to add to it. I'm going to make a branch of Homeland Security to study this white supremacist violence and do everything we can to try and prevent it, because it's a threat really that threatens us far more than any kind of radical Islamic terrorism, and that's borne out by the facts, and I think it would be a much better answer than what he did, and I think he really does know better than that.
You know, as somebody who, I know I date myself a little bit here, but I actually was at the March on Washington with Dr. King back in 1963. And as somebody,
it's not the best. It's not the best answer that really you could go in, but still, it is. I mean, I guess it's somewhat of a better answer. What he says, talk about minimum wage, Medicare for all. That will help minorities. That's going to help everybody, really, in my opinion. And I think obviously it's more now by the facts and how it would help people. But the thing is, that's not really where you could go. I think it should be a basic tenet of all people trying to become a president, that what you got to do is, what you really got to do is talk about this as what it is, which is a terrorist threat. All right. A California man has reportedly been arrested for allegedly impersonating an ICE agent to steal money from construction workers. According to El Dorado's County Police Sheriff's Office, the man identified as Patrick Mullaney approached an El Dorado Hills construction site earlier this week and started handcuffing workers on the site. He allegedly took money from them and claimed the money was to pay for court fees. Mullaney was allegedly threatened to deport workers after he left. Workers contacted law enforcement, who found a series of two sets of handcuffs, 2 fake handguns, and a substantial amount of cash in his car. One of the victims also told police about a similar incident Mullaney allegedly took part in just a week before. He's currently being held on suspicion of false imprisonment, robbery, and impersonating a police officer. So yeah, just this crazy ratchet up in ICE tension to really taking advantage of some of the worst type of people there. All right, thank you so much for listening to today's show. We'll be back tomorrow with our Friday edition. You just got the world in 15 minutes to wake up.